Prince the producer.
What's up, guys? It's Tanner here from Tanner Talks, joined here by Mute. What's poppin'? I appreciate you. What you been up to, bro?
Working.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hell yeah, man. Shit's been a while since we linked up, man. I remember, I think I had the white car last time. Because I actually just came over, I just looked over a video that I had, and it was you and Andrew cooking each other in the
Bro, I knew what it was before you started talking.
You fucking big head, big body. Like, and he's like, oh yeah, you got two phones fucking broke. He's like, what?
Right. That was a minute ago.
Yeah, it was. That was like 2017, I think.
Damn.
It's been crazy. What you been up to though? Besides, I know you're in this Forex shit, and you know you're a caregiver and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
have you been doing anything else?
I mean, school starts back up in like a month.
You go to MOA?
Sir.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Are you there for like a lot of college kids go there, yeah, for schooling and shit, but some parties and shit. But do you just go there just straight for education only?
Bro, the parties are lame as hell.
Yeah.
I'm just dialed in trying to get this degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going there for?
Psychology.
Psychology?
Mhm.
Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna have you speak up just a little bit more. Yeah, if you scooch in, it'd be a little bit better and
Is that
easier for
good?
you. Yeah, that's good. Just make sure you're talking in like a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But what was you said for psychology?
Yes, sir.
That was actually something that I was interested in getting into because for me, I feel like I'm easy to talk to. I feel like I have a lot of empathy and a lot of sympathy, and I feel like I know where people's minds take them, and I feel like I can meet them in the middle sometimes. So
you would want to be like a therapist?
like a therapist.
I get it.
Is that the same shit? It's like not the same shit, but like in the same work. Because psychology is about the study in the brain, right?
Yeah, so like if somebody's a therapist, they have to go through psychology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like that genre can include a lot of things.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I'm pretty relatable. Like when I talk to people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like no matter like culture or race or like upbringing or anything like that. I feel like I'm just I'm not a hard person to talk to, you know. And I feel like that's really useful. See me, I remember when I was younger, I used to have to go through some counseling through some shit, but I never really liked counseling because I felt like there's always they were just paid to be there. That was my mindset about it. But I feel like if I were to go to college, I would go to be a sports journalist or a journalist, or I'd go for psychology and try to be like a therapist or something.
Dope. I mean, on what you said, I feel like that's any job. You feel me? Like there are teachers there just for a paycheck.
Right.
There are doctors there just for a paycheck. It's
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I get that too. Yeah, like. Yeah, they're saving a life, but shit, they're just trying to get the bag at the end of the day, bro.
Right.
They're getting paid whether that dude lives or not.
God.
Oh man. So you were on the way here. You was talking. Sorry, on the way here, you was talking about the forex, right? Forex trading. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
We can.
All right. So instead of it being a mainstream stock market, this is a foreign stock market, right? Or something. Like that.
So like the U.S. stock market is confined to United States. Other than like you have some big foreign companies like Alibaba, Tencent, they're in the U.S. stock market. But Forex is global. You know what I'm saying? Like the U.S. stock market, it has $22 billion in it. Forex is 7.7 trillion because you're not buying and selling companies, you're buying and selling currencies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That makes sense. It's kind of crazy though, but it's actually not too crazy, I guess, because America or the U.S. is like just one country, you know, and then like I'm guessing Forex is everything else other than the U.S., right?
U.S. included.
Oh, it includes the U.S., so it's everything. Wow,
Mhm.
that Tencent, Gage was telling me like he's not a stock guy or anything, but he was telling me that if you're gonna invest in something, invest in like Tencent because literally in China or something like that, they wake up with their Tencent alarm clock. With like they open up their Tencent phone and like everything is Tencent or something like that. Or maybe I'm mixing up the thing.
It's actually pretty wild. I don't know much about Tencent,
Mm.
but they, like we have a million apps like Facebook,
Right.
Snapchat, Maps.
Any social media.
They
at all.
have one app called WeChat,
Mm.
and it has maps. They can order food off it, book doctor's appointments, schedule work. Like literally everything they do is off this one app.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What's it called? WeChat?
Yes, sir.
Is it WE or WII?
WE.
WE WeChat. I hope it don't pop up like a fucking live chat fucking porn thing. All right, WeChat China app.
And I heard Trump's trying to ban like all Chinese apps in the U.S.
Yeah, so I heard that TikTok was
Mhm.
one of the apps that was trying to get banned.
Yeah.
Didn't okay? I don't know if you know this, but didn't Musically? You remember Musically back
Mhm.
then? How everybody was like
Yeah.
doing that shit,
Yeah.
bro. Like, didn't that shit get banned,
I have no idea.
or did they go bankrupt? I'm not sure.
They might have just fell the fuck off because I stopped hearing about them.
Yeah, WeChat and QQ are two convenient communication apps for travelers in China. You can use them to touch with your friends, family, country, contact your tour guide. Basically, wipe your ass. Like, fucking, that's crazy though. One app can do everything. Why won't?
It would be mad convenient though.
Oh yeah, but they don't have social media and shit, do they?
WeChat.
That's
if-
their social media.
Yeah, if you want to count that.
I mean, fuck. But I was just saying, like, posting shit or like Facebook or shit
Mhm.
like that. You know, I'm sure maybe inside of WeChat they have those apps.
Yeah.
They just found a way to fucking hug it all and all right,
Uh-huh.
y'all gotta go get this app to get this shit. Musically, I wonder was Musically. I'm gonna look up what happened to Musically. Lonzo Ball to music. Let's see. Musically users opened their phones to a surprise today as they found their app replaced with a new logo named TikTok. The app was acquired by Chinese company ByteDance in November 2017, which absorbed Musically into its own.
Oh,
TikTok.
so Musically turned to TikTok. Okay.
I think. Why did it shut down? Shut down after a merger with TikTok. Social music app Musically is being shut down by the owner of Beijing ByteDance Technology, which plans to emerge in the company. I wonder if Musically went bankrupt or something,
Mhm.
and then TikTok was a partner, and then just eventually just merged it together.
They were probably rival companies.
You think so?
and
Then he was like, "All right, come here."
Yeah, I probably seen TikTok starting to take off.
That would suck because
Facts.
TikTok's making bread right now.
Oh, yeah.
And Musically is just sitting there. Did you know that? This kind of reminds me of a situation. Did you know that back then, you know how Blockbuster was the shit?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess Netflix actually offered Blockbuster, was like, "Hey, can we partner up?"
I seen that.
Yeah.
And then they laughed at him.
Yeah, laughed at him, bro. And now Netflix is everywhere, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Get movies from there. I'm sure there's still one Blockbuster store open, but other than that, it's fucking
just one in the middle of nowhere.
I'm sure. Just because Blockbuster store open, that place was nice. I like Blockbuster. I'd get games from
Facts.
there and shit. That was like the Hastings,
Yeah.
kinda. Is there the world's last Blockbuster has no plans to close?
You're right. There was just that one left.
Is there really just one left? I was kind of just lying. The
It's
world's
in
last.
fucking Australia.
It's the world's. Is that? I wonder if that's probably where it started. I bet. Will be the last to survive changes in technology, shopping to reshape the way people watch movies at home. 15 years ago, a movie fan could go to any Blockbuster's 9,000 stores and walk out with Steven Spielberg hit. Wow. But that is crazy that you just never know, like these sleeper companies that could. You like Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
He has this quote and he's like, watch who you laugh at or watch who you disregard one day, because he may have the foot which is connected to the calf or connected to the knee, which is connected to the hip, which is connected to the ass that you're gonna have to kiss or something like that, bro. Like, I don't know. Do you watch any of those like sports debate shows?
Yeah, I just be watching them on YouTube, like the little clips.
Yeah, like Skip and Shannon.
Mhm.
You watch Colin Cowherd?
A little bit.
You like him or just,
Yeah, he's cool.
That's all I listen to at work is Skip and Shannon, and Colin Cowherd, and then like some All the Smoke. I like All the Smoke.
Oh yeah, is
With
that
Matt,
the one with
Matt Barnes and
Mhm.
Steven Jackson. Yeah. they have so many cold ass guests on there. Like they have
Facts.
KD, fucking Steph Curry, any Ken Griffey Jr., all kinds of people on there and shit like that. And I don't know, their shit's just interesting. And I don't know, Steven.
And I'll be seeing like people that I done forgot about, like Baron Davis, like all those 2000 stars.
He's on there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know. I just feel like shit like that. See, when they first started their podcast, somebody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be the greatest podcast of all time," and I was like, "Do you know how big Joe Rogan's podcast is?"
Insane.
You watch Joe Rogan? Listen to Joe Rogan. Joe
Rogan
Rogan is one of the smartest human beings on the planet
I mean,
Earth.
you seen that deal he just signed?
$100 million for a podcast for fucking Spotify. Yeah. Like that's just $100 million. Like he literally doesn't have to do anything. I like him as a fucking UFC announcer. He's like, oh, fucking, Joe Rogan's fucking. But $100 million, could you imagine?
I don't even know what I'd do with 100 mil.
Blowing 50 of it.
And I mean, we're saying that about 100 mil. This man Bezos got 177 billion.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and Bill Gates has like 106 billion, and it's just so much money. Like, what do you do with that? Who's this? Do you know Soros? George Soros or something?
Sounds really familiar.
Well, he's a billionaire too, or a millionaire or something. And I saw this thing. Everybody calls him a piece of shit, but I saw this thing, and he's not leaving any of his money to his kids. Bro, he's not leaving any money to his kids.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah,
George Soros.
Fuck them kids. George Soros.
Oh, he's an investor.
Is he an investor? Yeah. How old is he? He's got to be. How old do you think that looks?
He looks about old as fuck.
I'm gonna say he's at least 90.
That's a good guess.
I'm gonna say 90. Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like 92. 89. Wow. His kids are pressed. Fucking, they know what's coming. But not leaving money. I don't know, but yeah, I heard fucking he's not leaving any of his money to his kids in his will.
It was either Zuckerberg or Bill Gates that said they're only leaving like 30 mil to their kids,
right?
And the rest is like a charity.
That's a lot of money for
a
charity.
Yeah, 30 mil, you're still set for life.
Especially if you spend it safely, not safely, but you're smart with your money. You can make $1 million last you a lifetime.
Right.
Like if you're smart with it, you invest, you don't spend it on stupid shit. You can make $1 million last a lifetime. It's just wild to think that there's dead ass people out there with like billions of dollars. Like after that many zeros, like what do you need? Like,
exactly.
I don't know. Too much money. But I'm also one of those people who's like, I'm not gonna shit on someone because they're hella rich. Like they got out there doing their thing.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not big on they should all split their money with us. Like, bro, I work at fucking Sunshine. Like, what makes me feel like I would deserve to have any of their money? You know, like, like bro, like I'll just rob them.
I mean, I do have one concern though. It's more so down the line, but eventually, automation is going to take all of our jobs.
Yeah, like AI and shit. Yeah, that shit's scary. Like excuse me.
Truck drivers are about
Think so?
It's about over for them.
How come?
Have you seen the Tesla semis? Bro, they're nice as fuck. Super fast, and they have a feature called a Tesla fleet. So even right now, I think you need one driver for them, and you have all these semis, like 4 of them, driving behind them. So that's saving. They don't have to pay nobody to drive these trucks. And eventually, when cars are fully autonomous, they won't have to pay anybody, and it will drive itself 24/7.
Yeah, I feel like something like that's wild. Only concern is the safety. Like, what if that shit fucking... like, I saw this thing, and... This may sound fucked up, but I saw this thing, and it was, like, saying that Tesla cars or automated driving cars, they... black people, like sometimes they see them as like a shadow or something like that, and like they're more prone to hitting a black person than a white person or than like a non like black person. You know that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look this up just to make sure. Hopefully, I'm not just speaking dumb as fuck. Self. I'm terrible at typing. Maybe this is it. Alright, hopefully I don't sound like a fucking racist or anything. Alright, a new study finds that a potential risk with self-driving cars, failure to detect dark-skinned pedestrians. And this is obviously, it could be like Native Americans, you know, it can be African Americans, it could be, you know. In addition to worrying about how safe they are and how they'd handle tricky moral trade-offs off the road or on the road, and how they might make traffic worse, we need to worry about how they can harm people of color. If you're a person with dark skin, you may be more likely than your white friends to get hit by a self-driving car, according to a new study out of the Georgia Institute of Technology. That's because automated vehicles may be better at detecting pedestrians with lighter skin tones. The author of the studies... Either way, you kind of get the gist. And and like I said, I hope I don't sound like a fucking, like I'm ignorant bringing that up. That was something that I've heard about and I've kind of looked up a little bit about.
No, that's valid, but I mean, you got to think pros and cons wise. It's going to be very few people getting hit by a self-driving car.
It's like swimming at the beach.
Exactly.
Like, where you're going to have a lot of fun and there's a small chance of you getting eaten by a shark.
Like, so many lives are going to be saved because there's no drunk drivers.
Yep.
I mean...
You ever watched you ever see that video of 2 Chainz riding in his self-driving car and he's just sitting there like counting his fucking money and shit and he just like he was act like he was asleep. It's just crazy to think that there's actually shit like that.
Facts.
But back then, around 2020, they would have thought that we would have fucking been flying our cars and shit. Like,
I mean, I think it's Uber that's working on a flying car prototype right now.
You know what I think about flying cars? Obviously, we can't be, like, flying our fucking cars in the fucking air. But, so, let's say you have 2 magnets. You know that if you flip, if you put the magnets together, it'll, like that. Well, if you flip one side, it's pushing it away.
Right.
So, what if they made it to where under the roads, they put a magnet, and then under your car, they put a flipped magnet. You know what I mean? And so when he was driving, it was just floating. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type shit like that. I don't know.
You know who actually has something very similar to that?
What?
It's not cars, but it's maglev trains in Japan.
Maglev trains?
So they can reach, I believe, up to 600 miles per hour because there's no friction.
There's no friction.
600 kilometers per hour.
How many? What's a kilometer to a mile per hour?
I'm not sure.
So how's it work? What is that? Oh, it doesn't touch the rail at all?
Right.
Oh, it's the magnets.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Look, that's just aerodynamic right there.
Facts.
Wow. That's crazy, man. China's just on one. It's like Tesla. Tesla, he's on one too.
It kind of reminds me of the Hyperloop.
What's that?
So it's I don't think it's ever intended to be like a nationwide thing. It's more like a city-to-city connection. But it's like
the tunnels underground.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
The like pod-based travel.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been in the Arc in St. Louis?
No, I haven't.
So if at the bottom of the Arc there's like a little pod you ride in, it takes you all the way to the top and then back down. That's pretty much what they're doing, but from city to city.
Like with this thing.
Wow.
And it's underground. I'm sure it is underground.
I believe so.
This is just a prototype. I mean, because where would they put it? Above ground, you know? And you know fucking some dumbass is going to come and be like, oh, fucking get hit by it. And fucking if it was above ground. Reminds me of the Polar Express. How, like, when they get into the fucking thing and they go through the... But... I don't know. Yeah, Tesla's on another level. But yeah, back to the AI's taking over jobs. I mean, it's just little things that we don't really understand. Some people, casuals, don't, I guess. But like, when you walk into a McDonald's, bro, there's 2 screens right there that you can use by yourself. Like you don't. And honestly, I prefer to do that. Like like sometimes I'll be like looking at the register person, and they're looking like they act like a bitch or act like a douchebag. Then I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking go to you.
Right.
Like, if this robot right here is gonna take your job, then I'm gonna let it take your job. Like,
yeah. So there are 3 industries that are going to be like the quickest to be wiped out. First is fast food. The second is like the trucking industry, and the third is call centers.
Call centers.
If you call any type of customer support, the first person you're going to talk to is probably a robot, and it's going to become more and more human-like.
Yeah, it's gonna hear your voice, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm fucking pissed off because my phone won't turn on, and then it'll be like, phone not turning on, and it'll send another message. Okay, well, have you tried this? And then have you tried this? And it goes through its little mental list. Yeah, I hate fucking speaking to robots on the call, bro. Like, I hate it. Yeah, fast food, trucking, and call centers. Man, you know how taking the truckers' jobs away is pretty big, actually. Just saving on gas and stuff like that, and like not having so much shit in the air like that, and fucking not having to worry about truckers falling asleep behind the wheels and shit because they're driving for so long. It's also taking on the jobs though, so that's always not great. But
I mean, the thing about automation is when technology, pushes forward, it creates new jobs. Like, the steam engine didn't replace all those jobs. The information age brought programmers, a higher breed of architect. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't know. I just feel like at what point do these fucking robots start working their own shit? Like,
yeah.
And I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and it was saying, at what point do we start treating these robots like they're humans? Like, when do we start giving them rights? Like, there's these robots, and if you go up and fucking hit it, an actual robot, like I'm talking about a stereotypical robot, like either you go up there and hit it, does it have rights? Like, it's starting to work and shit. People are gonna start feeling bad. You see that video of like those robot dogs, and they kick it and stuff?
No, I haven't.
It's like I'll look up real quick.
I know Peter said something like, "Don't kick a robot" or something.
Let's see. I'm gonna switch to my other account real quick so that way I don't got no ads. Yeah, I pay for YouTube Premium. I know, I'm not trying to put my drip out. Alright, what was I talking about? Fuck. Robot dogs.
$75,000?
Like these things.
What the fuck? These movements are so realistic.
Yeah, so like, it's just like it walks to the door, sees it's the door, and it like, come on, bro.
Crazy.
Like, and there's like a video of them kicking him over and stuff, and they're like, meow, like fucking making sounds like that, and people start to feel bad. You start feeling bad, and they're gonna start having rights. And then at what point does fucking like robot gets abused? I can't play the sound or else it fucks with the mic, but. Like, they just be like bullying him.
Damn, I do feel bad.
like he tried to pick up the box and he keeps moving it.
Oh God, they need to put that nigga in Walmart.
We're doing more work than Walmart people, bro.
Facts. Are you following the Neuralink at all?
The Neuralink. God damn it, Malik. You're bringing up so many things that's going to blow my mind. All right, what's up? What's this one?
It's actually another one of Elon's companies. And it's basically on the lines of what we're talking about. He said, like, the mission statement for Neuralink is if you can't beat them, then join them. So he's
some Kevin Durant type shit.
He's working on that brain chip. He wants to create a human AI symbiosis.
Oh yeah, by taking other people's shit from their brain and putting it into like, I know what you're talking about, but it's like a robot, but it has this shit right here, and it makes them have human qualities, human feelings, type shit like that, right?
Actually, that chip is going inside humans, and you're gonna take on robotic qualities.
Bro, Kawhi is way ahead of the game. Oh man, Kawhi, I like Kawhi.
I love Kawhi.
Kawhi's just fucking just.
Bro, he's funny on accident.
Kawhi, like this is literally Kawhi, just not with they have to put the skin over him and stuff.
Right out in the locker room.
Like I feel like he has a family. He has like a wife and a daughter or something like that. I feel like they just be sitting, they be like playing and shit with each other, and Kawhi just sits there on the couch like, and then like his timer goes off and he goes to practice, bro. Like, like I feel like that's just what he does. I don't know. That'd be weird. Because he doesn't have any social media. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have anything. I mean, I think he drives like a trailblazer, bro. Like.
Yeah, I've seen a post. It's like he still drives a 97.
Yeah, like a 97 Trailblazer. So, I mean, he doesn't do anything. He just gets buckets. He's the best. Get a bucket, get a stop.
Facts.
Two-way player.
In the league, hands down.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Kawhi a lot.
Well, I don't know. You could argue. Yeah, I was about to say you could argue Giannis.
See, that's why I feel like Giannis is the best two-way player, because how are you going to stop Giannis on offense?
Can't.
Besides building that wall in the paint or whatever, but still he's going to even get a bucket at will. And how are you going to score on Giannis when he's 6'11", right?
Yeah.
6'11",
buff as
shit, going. He's a rim protector, bro, and he can guard the 1 through fucking
5.
1 through 5. So like that's the best two-way player in the league, but I feel like the best get a bucket, get a stop is Kawhi. Kawhi will give you a bucket from any part of the floor, and he can stop. He can guard the 1 through 4, maybe 5, depending on who the 5 is. But like if it's like AD or something, he's gonna have fucking problems. But I don't know. I feel like you could put 2 categories with that: the get a bucket, get a stop, and then the best two-way player in the league. It's hard to argue with either. You know?
True.
You been watching the league, or have you been watching the NBA and shit this year?
A little bit.
Just kind of like just every now and then. Who you got winning the chip? LA?
That's super tough.
Yeah. Especially now, because you don't know. It's like only the strong survive. And
honestly, before the whole COVID outbreak, I'd go with the Bucks.
Yeah.
But Chris Middleton, bro said he ain't picked up a basketball in 3 months. So I got LA.
Which one?
Lakers.
So you got Lakers beating the Clippers and then Lakers beating the Bucks?
The Clippers are super deep. That's the only thing, but I'm going to go with the Lakers.
I don't like going against Bron. That's my thing. I mean, LeBron's just the GOAT. I mean, come on now. But, man, I don't have any faith in the Bucks. I don't feel like if Chris Middleton's your second best player.
He's a bucket.
Okay, but.
He's a bucket.
I don't know. It's just. Think about this. I have a conspiracy theory. So, a lot of times last year, if, the second best player on that team is Chris Middleton. Mm-hmm. You can't really argue that. I mean, the Lopez's are good, or Lopez is good, but, it's not. Chris Middleton's the second best player. Well, Giannis is always going off, and when they lose, usually Chris Middleton's the one who has a bad game, because you can't do everything with just Giannis.
Right.
Well, this year, if Chris Middleton doesn't show up again, Giannis to the Warriors, bro.
That would be insane.
Because right now the Warriors are just adding trade value to Andrew Wiggins. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna put in a trade with Andrew Wiggins and probably some picks and shit, because Giannis is gonna want out. Because Giannis still has another year or something like that, or like something like that, but his contract's up as like a player thing or something. I don't know all the facts about it, but he's gonna request a trade, and the Warriors are gonna trade Andrew Wiggins, some draft picks, maybe even another player, because it's the league's over. Like after this happens, trade Giannis goes to the Warriors, and they're gonna have Steph Curry, they're gonna have Klay Thompson, they're gonna have fucking, I don't even know who they have at small forward, but they have fucking Giannis and they have Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
That's their starting five.
And if they traded like Klay instead of those picks, they could either have Melo, Edwards, or James Wiseman.
See, I feel like Klay's a lock to stay though.
Yeah.
I don't feel like.
But I mean, I feel like that's who the Bucks would want. It'd be like a Klay.
Yeah, just a spot up shooter and shit. But I feel like that's why they're adding on the Warriors. But Klay's been hurt. He's tore his ACL. He's not the same anymore. Like type shit. So
right.
like, they're Andrew Wiggins. He played pretty good when he was playing for the Warriors and shit. And the Warriors are probably focusing that system around him just so they can get his trade value up. That's what they did with D'Lo.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who they got from Minnesota, but I mean, I like that. I like D'Lo in Minnesota with Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, they're nice.
Even though Cat's kind of soft.
He's soft, but he's a bucket.
He is a bucket. Top 5 favorite NBA players.
Ooh, I gotta go with my boy Luka.
Okay, Luka's 5.
Oh, I wasn't.
No, okay, no order.
No
So you
order.
got Luka,
James.
LeBron,
No.
Harden. Okay.
Giannis.
Okay,
LeBron. Ooh, number 5.
Tough.
It's tough. There's a lot of people who are like right up there. I'd say AD.
AD.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, so you know who my number 1 is? Russ. No. All right, so number 1 I got Russ. All right, and then the next 4, it's just whatever. You can put them wherever. Jimmy Buckets. I love Jimmy Butler.
Completely underrated.
I love Jimmy Butler. He does all the little shit. Everybody thinks when you're a star like that, then you got to score everything and shit. Mm-hmm. Jimmy does all the little shit that no one else wants to. He's a hustle player. He can get you a bucket. He can get you a stop.
Two-way.
True two-way player. All right, so I got Russ. I got Jimmy. My upcoming favorite player, Jason Tatum, bro. Jason Tatum is so saucy. He's just a bucket.
Crazy.
He's literally the next. He's an upcoming superstar in the league. I mean, come on. LeBron can't leave out the GOAT when you're talking about favorite players. And for my 5th, man, I probably put James Harden just because I used to hate him, but now that Russ went to Houston, I gotta fuck with who my homies fuck with.
I'm surprised you don't like Harden since he started out in OKC.
You see, okay, so when I started watching basketball, it was in like 2014 or so, or 2015, 2014. I'll say 2014. Well, I'm an Oklahoma native. Like, I wasn't from there, but I like the Sooners.
Right.
I like the Thunder. I just like it down there, anyways. And so I knew the history. James Harden got traded. He didn't want to and shit, but it got blown up. It's whatever. Well, the reason why it's always because every time I'd watch Harden play, it's always the flopping and the shit like and and I was just a hater.
Yeah.
And that's all I was, just a hater. I mean, dude's cold. Why would I hate? Because I'm a hater. I'll admit the shit. I don't give a fuck. But he's so cold, and I hated his game, but Russ goes there, and I'm like, bro, this is like Russ's best friend. Like,
yeah.
I love seeing the style of James Harden and the style of Russell Westbrook mesh together, and it was just a flip switch. It was I hate James Harden, how he plays, to, bro, James Harden is so cold, and I just love that I'm on the same team as him because, he's flopping. Hey, that's good strategy, man. But I used to be like, he's flopping. He's a fucking pussy. Like,
that duo came together in like the perfect system for those two players.
Yeah, and they got rid of Clint Capella, which clogged up the paint, and so Russ has been playing the best basketball of his career. I'm really excited to see what goes on. Hopefully, it's gonna be tough playing without a center, but I'm intrigued.
They have PJ Tucker at the 5.
Yeah, and we also have like Tyson Chandler and I don't know. Hopefully not just Tyson Chandler, but
he used to be raw.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was. He played for the Magic, right? Is that when he was raw, or who did he play for?
He was raw in the Knicks.
The Knicks, that's right.
And then he won a chip with the Mavs.
The play that I think about with Tyson Chandler is he had a game-winning alley-oop when he was on the Suns, and it was like, oh yeah, they better watch because Tyson Chandler was like, there was like a second left. I was like, oh yeah, they better watch the lob to Tyson Chandler, which is exactly what they do. Oh my god, like that's like the only play that I can really remember Tyson Chandler doing. Like, other than that, dude, I don't know. But fuck. What about NFL? You have a favorite team?
Cowboys.
Cowboys, that's right. Yeah, because you're from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fucking. What do you think, man? What do you think about Dak Prescott? I think he's not going to be there for long.
I mean, I think they might as well just throw him that bag.
Yeah.
They paid everybody, literally everybody.
Jerry Jones pays everybody else, but he doesn't want to pay his quarterback. I mean,
Facts.
it doesn't really make any sense. Fucking. I don't know.
Hey, but you know who just got paid, though?
Who just got paid? Let me think. Oh, $500 million.
Fucking insane.
$500 million, Pat
Decade
Mahomes.
deal. Like, bro.
He got the bag. He's set for life. I mean, get the money shot out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Andy Reid. He's got the Hunt family. He's got a good offense for the next 2 years.
He brought us Whataburger.
He brought. Wait, really?
Yup.
Oh yeah, I remember that because he was like, "Oh, Whataburger needs to be," and they was like, "All right, Mahomes."
Bro, that's the thing. I grew up down the street from a Whataburger. I don't think it's all that, like, I don't think it's nothing special.
That's people say that about In-N-Out too.
Yeah.
Because everybody's always like, "Oh, In-N-Out's so fire."
In-N-Out's pretty good, but honestly, I'll take Freddy's over both of them.
Yeah, I don't eat like the burgers from Freddy's, but I like their chicken tenders. Like,
for real?
yeah, before or on like Thursday nights or like Fridays or Friday after games and shit, I'd like go to Freddy's or like Friday or go to like B-Dubs or something like that and just get some chicken. But shit, what do you think about all the protest and all the stuff that's going on like that? Unless you don't want to talk about it.
Nah, I love to see it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff has been going on since, long before we was here, and light needed to be shed on it. You feel me? Like, bro, if somebody said, for example, White Lives Matter 4 years ago, everybody'd be cool with it. If they say it now, they're going to get blown the fuck up.
Yeah, because, see, here's my thing. I feel like back then, I've never been racist. You know, like, I feel like just back then I feel like maybe I was uneducated about some shit. Like if I would have been a part, and maybe it's just because of the way my family is, or maybe it's because of something like that, but it's like, if someone were to say Black Lives Matter back then, I probably would have said, like, well, all lives matter, because I was just uneducated on the point, you know?
Right.
Because all lives matter, it makes sense, right? But Shannon Sharp always says that if that house is burning down, well, I'm going to go ahead and make sure all these other houses are okay as well before I go to yours, because all houses matter. That's how it is. It's not saying that Black Lives Matter more. It's just saying that
that's what needs to be addressed right now.
Yeah, that house thing makes sense, right? It's just like, if someone's house is burning down, you're not gonna fucking go check the neighbor's house and be, hey, you guys, your house is good, no fire, okay. You're gonna go to that fired house, and you're gonna put the fire out. You know, you're gonna try to help anybody who's in it and stuff like that. And I just now that I'm out of politics and shit, I don't worry about all the politics and stuff. I have my own brain. I think for myself. I feel like I've come to like a clearer thing, and this isn't me saying like, oh, back then I didn't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter or anything like that, because I cared about everything,
right.
You know, like, I care about everybody, and anybody who respects me, I'll respect them. But it's just like, now when somebody says all lives matter, it just kind of shows like an ignorance thing to me, because yeah, all lives matter, but not until Black Lives Matter, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know, and it's sad that George Floyd had to lose his life like that. Like, you know, for this shit to take place. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that video opened up a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, because I was watching this shit. Like, I watched it. That came out Memorial Day, I think. and I was watching it, and I didn't know that he died, and I was watching the video. I was like, bro, he's not fucking moving. Like, and I had it on silent because I was around some people, and I didn't want to like fucking have people. I figured there was like a lot of yelling and shit. But I was like, dude, this is like 5 minutes in. I'm like, this dude's not fucking moving. And then I looked in the comments, and everybody was saying, yep, they just found out he died. And they just found out he died. And I was like, this cop just killed that dude, like, right there on the fucking ground. And I thought it was just one cop, and then the Chinese cop standing there, and the Korean cop, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't give a fuck. They all can suck a dick. But it was 2 cops holding him down, and then 1 cop with his hand in his pocket and his knee on his fucking neck, and then 1 cop just standing there. Derek Chauvin,
Yeah.
is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
He needs to go to jail for fucking murder. Like,
you know what the crooked thing is? He had a long line of complaints filed against him prior to that.
16 complaints or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Or maybe that was the years. But and you want to hear something else?
What's up?
Him and George Floyd used to work at the same club together, and
Wow.
they actually had an altercation because Derek Chauvin, the cop, was being a douchebag to someone, and George Floyd was like, "Wow, you quit being a fucking douchebag." So there was like a personal thing there too. So that's murder, bro.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you find that out, book it. It's a murder. Like, and like Breonna Taylor, just shit like that, and I don't know. It's just sad. It's sad, man. It's just, I don't know. And it's, you know what? As a white person, like, it's hard to be taken serious with stuff like this because I can't empathize. I don't understand how you guys feel. I can only try to like empathize, or is that
right.
the word for it? Like, I can only try to understand how you guys feel because, you know, and I don't mean to say you guys, but you know, it's just,
I get what
you know what
saying.
I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not walking on eggshells. I just don't want to offend you or anybody who watches this. You know what I mean? It's just sad, and you know, I feel like Trump is just being really immature about the situations and shit, and I don't like the way the Twitter fingers and shit. I don't like that. I feel like he's okay running a business. It's just he's not professional. Like, I like how professional Obama was. Maybe I didn't agree with some stuff that he did, and I don't agree with stuff that Trump did either. But I liked how professional Obama was and the way he presented himself as the leader of our country.
Like, if a lot of people from other countries, they look at the U.S. as a joke strictly because of who our president is.
Yep. Because it's a meme. Like, as soon as it happened, dude, it's a meme. Like, bro, you guys have Donald Trump as your president. Like, that's a meme, you know? And I don't know. It's a tough situation. I just hope that eventually everything, in a perfect world, everything will be equal, you know? But I don't know. I support all the Black Lives Matter and the shit like that. And it's just kind of sad and seeing everything like that happen, you know? And especially like the Breonna Taylor situation. Like, wasn't she just in her apartment or something like that?
Honestly, I'm not that well informed about it.
So, you know, have you ever heard about the Breonna Taylor? It's called Say Her Name, Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
So, all right, so shortly after midnight on March 13th, my fucking God, dude. Wow. New York Times, come on now, don't make money off that shit. Breonna Taylor, this is Wikipedia. Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old African-American emergency medical technician, was fatally shot by Louisville Metro Police Department officers on March 13, 2020. 3 plainclothes officers executing a no-knock search warrant entered her apartment in Louisville. Gunfire was exchanged between Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, and the officers. Walker said he believed that the officers were intruders. The police officers fired 20 shots. Taylor was shot 8 times. And the Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly was injured by gunfire. Another police officer and lieutenant were on the scene and when the warrant was executed. Primary targets, Jamarcus Glover and Adrian Walker, who were suspected of selling controlled substances from a drug house more than 10 miles away. Basically, they walked into the wrong house. Yeah, they walked into the wrong house on a no-knock search warrant, so they didn't even knock. Just broke in. Dude thought that they was intruders, started shooting at him.
Right.
They shot back, killed Breonna Taylor. She got shot 8 times. Like,
Insane.
Like, bro, I'm sure she was a mom too. Like, that's somebody's mom. That's somebody's daughter. Like, or like the Ahmaud Arbery. Like, those 2 racist dudes shot and killed him in the street. Did you see that one? He was just jogging or something like that, and these 2 white dudes came up and like shot him, and just a lot of this shit. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad with everything that's going on right now, and you know, you can just only hope that shit gets better. But it's like, how does it get better? Like, you know, this country was raised off that shit, like born off that shit. So what do you do? Like, you can. And the thing is that it's a lot of the racist, I would say, majority are older people, right?
Yeah.
Born in that time where it was okay, and but now, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but like people like me who educate themselves a little bit about it, and there's so many more people like me. Like in the protest, you see a lot of white people. You see a lot of people who aren't black. And
no, I definitely sense that there's a great shift in consciousness. You feel me? But I feel like it's always going to be there. Like, it's always going to be something taught by certain people to their kids.
It's just like murder.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody likes murder. Nobody likes that shit. But there's going to be a murder every day, even if it's just one. There will always be a murder in a day, like wherever you're at. United States, just in the world in general, there's always something. Can't stop it. You can try to prevent it. You can try to take away guns, do whatever. Someone's gonna find out how to get whatever. Alcohol. You ban alcohol, someone's gonna find out how to get alcohol. Someone's gonna kill someone in a drunk driving accident. You know. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. She shouldn't. So many people, their lives could just be.
And the crazy thing, I mean, they've tried things like body cams to lower this, but all body cams have done is expose what's going on. Like, really, nothing's changed.
And body cams, they have the option to fucking turn the shit off.
I did not know
They just turn it off when they're fucking somebody over. Like, did you see that one cop? He would pull someone over, and he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna check your trunk and shit." He would check their trunk. He would turn off his camera, put some meth in there, and then turn his camera on, and then act like he found it. And yeah, like, they would be like, "Oh, I swear to God, that's not mine." They start crying and shit, and he would be like doing this, making them cry, because if you get pulled over, if they find meth in your car, what happens when they find an ounce of weed in your car?
Oh, you're hit.
You're hit.
Yeah.
Imagine if they find meth in your car. Like, that's a whole nother thing of fear. Like, you know, like, so cop, plants, drugs, and God damn it, dude, I should have took keyboarding class.
Hate that class.
Keyboarding?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't play the sound, but this cop right here, he would plant so he would put it, but I guess he forgot to turn his camera on this one time, and so he would put the fucking drugs in there. Yeah. But he did this to like so many people. And there's people that are like crying, and like, you know, because they feel like their life is over and they got wrongly, like, this dude's crying. This is an old dude, or like, this is like a, you know, like 60-year-old dude, and fucking did that. You know, he just makes these people cry, and he arrests them and shit. And
did you see what that one said?
What did it say?
It said one man lost custody of his daughter because of that dude's false arrest.
That's another battle. That's another battle. Yeah, dude. That cop's a fucking piece of shit. Let's look at these comments. I want to see some comments from this guy. This is why people hate cops, because of cops like him. This is straight up evil. He deserves everything that's coming. This isn't an isolated incident. This is just one criminal cop that was actually caught. He deserves the death penalty. Definitely only a truly sadistic person would do this. This is the reason why even good cops aren't trusted anymore. All it takes is, they say one bad apple doesn't ruin the whole thing.
Right.
But, I mean, if you tell me, hey, there's 10 Skittles in here and one of them's gonna make you fucking throw up, I might not eat that bag of Skittles.
Right.
So I'm probably not going to. I don't know. It's just sad. I don't know. And there's bad cops out there and there's good cops out there. It's just the good cops got to stand up too. They got to stand up for what's right, And
I've seen it though. I mean, there have been some officers even in St. Joe that have actually joined the protest.
Yeah, I saw that in Kansas City. Thought it was cool. Rowdy goes to those protests a lot, and that's where I see all the stuff like that from on his Snapchat story and stuff and shit like that. I mean. But yeah, so what if you got any plans for this weekend or anything?
Work.
Just working,
Yeah.
doing that Forex and the caregiving stuff.
The Forex market's actually closed on the weekend, so just straight caregiving. Yeah.
That ain't bad. Do you have a set schedule? So when you're caregiving, you got.
Yeah, I work 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, just Saturday and Sundays?
I work 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday and Friday.
4 days a week. How many hours is that? That's a lot. 7 to 11.
I work 32 on the weekend and 16 during the week.
Is it easy?
It's super easy.
You just live there, basically.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, live there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That seems like a fun job, but it seems like it can be stressful too sometimes. Just kind of like a lot of emotions and shit. But, well, man, I mean, we're almost at an hour, and I feel like these are the best podcasts because the reason why I like these podcasts so much is because when it's someone close like you, even though we haven't talked in a long time, it felt like we haven't missed a beat in a
it
way.
was smooth.
And it went smooth. It's been almost an hour. It doesn't feel like an hour. I didn't have to write anything down. It was just improv. Right. We were just talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like it was a good podcast and shit. You got anything you want to say to the camera? Anything you want to say? You want to shout out anything? Your Instagram, whatever it is?
Yeah, my IG at King Muter. My Snapchat, Malik Maya Bond. You want to get into trading, hit up me, Dennis, or Tina.
And I could put that shit in the description as well.
Okay.
But yeah, Mute. I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man.
Sure.
And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Prince the producer.